Okay, this is going to be a quick look at the history of transportation in Florida. European history. This is from over 100 years or so, 150 years. This is from the beginning of time. We already have seen that. This just is going to show the various aspects of various types of transportation. This is particularly fascinating. Oh shit! You all right?
I'm good. I'm just really comfy.
This is an original glass bottom boat from Silver Springs. Oh, there it is. Okay, I couldn't get it to come up at first, but there we go. This is super exciting, I think. Silver Springs has been around, day one. But as far as tourism is concerned, it goes back to the time when it was first discovered by Europeans who would exploit it for tourism purposes. And this particular boat goes back to the 1870s. And here, I meant to narrate that a little bit. This photograph here is from the 10s to 20s, 1910, 1920, and it's still, as you can see, paddle driven. So that's pretty cool. That's really cool to be able to see. 100 years ago, Silver Springs. We've been on that river many times. And here's these boats that I showed the plaque of earlier. One is 150 years old. There's a little more. And the others are 100 years old. And a couple of them they're not sure, but they're guessing. But these are all done by modern man Europeans. They're not dugout canoes from the Paleo period or anything like that. This shows an old riverine steamboat, which I think is super cool. The beginning of this exhibit is a diorama of Silver Springs, and I think that's pretty neat too, because again, we've been there a whole mess of times. I didn't know they had a railroad. Oh my goodness, we have to check all that out next time we go over there. That almost looks like a monument over there. It doesn't say what, oh yeah, it does 1900, it says circa 1900. So of course the spring itself hasn't changed, but everything around, the surrounding the spring has changed as far as the man-made stuff. So there's an old railroad up there. I don't know if that's representative of Silver Spring itself or if that went right up to the actual spring. Or Silver Spring, the town, I guess I should say. That's pretty cool. Big fan of dioramas. I like this, the remains of that old hotel. Okay, so here we have just a brief, and we're not going to belabor this point. This just talks about the various rivers. Silver Springs, Ocklawaha, St. John, Suwannee, Apalachicola. It talks about the various travel aspects of those rivers from a tourism standpoint as well as commerce or military, I should say. And this goes into the military aspect.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
These are all basically Marines, Navy guys doing the coastal duties, keeping the Indians in check and that sort of thing. Oh, that's pretty neat. That's an old Cedar Key thing. Map. Aerial. I don't know how they would have come up with that, but we're going to go the back way here for obvious reasons. To go upstairs. This is really cool. They have a stateroom, a replica stateroom. I thought that was pretty neat. Very small, very rudimentary. Not double or king bed.
Morning, Mr. Johnson.
Flat screen.
Good morning, sir. Have we reached the spring yet?
No, ma'am. We just now left, Joe. Look, about 9 miles out. And the big 6 hours.
That would have been a fun, well, I don't know. Sounds fun or romantic. But who knows what travel was like back in those days. People who lived there might know, but lived then would know, but not us. Not for sure. This is really neat. This is, I guess, the wheelhouse. This is the captain's cabin. Obviously, this is the wheel. But this replica of a captain's cabin is really neat. I had no idea they slept right up front near their wheels. It would have been. And that would be interesting if they hit something head on. You would fall straight forward. You would roll right out of that bed. Man, the people were short back in those days too. And I couldn't fit. Maybe if you took out that wash basin part and put a mattress there, I could fit it. But other than that, no way. Here's another view of it. I think it's just, I don't know, I just think it's really fascinating. It's one of the most fascinating aspects, I think, of this whole exhibit. Hiawatha, they're calling this. These riverboats, the whole riverboats would have been a really cool way to see old Florida when it was still old. Gators and panthers and bear and everything else all over the place. It would have been incredible. Okay, we're going to go finish this exhibit. Here's an old, they call it Delk's Bluff. It's an old cabin I guess they would have used for supplies and that sort of thing. Here we have the horse-drawn carriage. This is really neat. This old canoe back here, I think you said it was 25 feet. This is a really cool article. This guy helped build this with his father, or helped deliver helped deliver produce in this canoe. It was built by the Seminoles before the Civil War, and he was going to be 100 years old like a week from this article, and he was able to come here and see it again. He had donated it in 1924, 50 years earlier, to the state, to the museum. So it's just a really cool article and really cool story and really cool piece of history. I mean, thank God he donated it back to the state for posterity so people will see it. 25-foot canoe. I mean, man, that is big. That's huge. I mean, like, obviously it was oar powered, but here we got bicycles, various bicycles. That bicycle, for obvious reasons, never caught on. You have the original three-wheelers, which are a Florida staple. This is called a tin can camper. Somebody converted this out of an old Model T truck, and that was a popular thing to do. I bet you there were even companies that would do that for you. Bring them a Model T, and they would convert it, or they would convert the Model T themselves and sell it back to you at a hugely inflated rate. But this tells how you set this up. These windows opened up, a portion of it dropped down, and it became a bed basically. You slept over the engine. Pretty neat stuff. Look how wide it is. It's as wide as any Class C or anything that we would see right now, or any pull behind that's not a slide out. It doesn't have slide outs. This is a Model T 1925. We're seeing here. Of course, these are all original, legit, not reproductions. That's an electric thing or something right there, a transformer or charger or whatever. That's obviously an old-time gas pump. But this one on the right here is a 1911 Baker electric car. During the genesis of use of electricity, they apparently thought they would effectively power cars with them. That idea quickly went by the wayside. for obvious reasons. So that's our study of the history of transportation in Florida.